Harry Potter fanfiction, My Immortal, Part 3, Chapters 13 through 20. Chapter 13. Author's Note. Raven, thanks for gelpin me agin. I'm sorry I talk your poster of Gerard, but that guy is such a fucking sex bomb. Preps stop flabbignig. Vampire and I ran up the stairs looking for Dumbledore. We were so scared. Dumbledore, Dumbledore, we both yelled. Dumbledore came there. What is it that you want now, you despicable snobs? He asked angrily. Voldemort has Draco, we shouted at the same time. He laughed in an evil voice. No, don't. We need to save Draco, we begged. No, he said meanly. I don't give a darn what Voldemort does to Draco. Not after how much he misbehaved in school, especially with you, Ebony, he said, while he frowned, looking at me. Besides, I never liked him that much anyway. Then he walked away. Vampire started crying. My Draco, he moaned. Author's note. If you don't fick, gay guys are like so hot. It's okay, I tried to tell him, but that didn't stop him. He started to cry tears of blood. Then I had a brainstorm. I had an idea, he exclaimed. What? I asked him. You'll see, he said. He took out his wand and did a spell. Then, suddenly we were in Voldemort's lair. We ran in with our wands out, just as we heard a crooned voice say, Alla Cadavra! It was Voldemort. Chapter 14. Fuck off, preps, okay? Or author's note. Fuck off, preps, okay? Raven, thanks for helping again. I'm sorry I couldn't update, but I was depersed and I had to go to the hospital because I slit my wrists. P.S. I'm not updating till you give me 10 god revoys. Warning. Some of this chapter is extremely scray. Viower excretion advised. We ran to where Voldemort was. It turned out that Voldemort wasn't there. Instead, the fat guy who killed Cedric was. Draco was there crying tears of blood. Snaketail was torturing him. Vampire and I ran in front of Snaketail. Rid my sight, you despicable preps, he shouted as we started shooting him with the gun. He looked at me and fell down with a lovey-dovey look in his eyes. Period, he said. In this, he is 16 years old, so he's not a pedophile, okay? Huh? I asked. Enobi, I love you. Will you have sex with me? Asked Snaketail. I started laughing crudely. What the fuck? You torture my BF, and then you expect me to fuck you? God, you're so fucked up, you fucking bastard, I said angrily. Then I stabbed him in the heart. Blood poured out from it like a fountain. No, he screamed. He started screaming and running around. Then he fell down and died. I burst into tears sadly. Snaketail, what? Snaketail, what art thou doing? Called Voldemort. Then he started coming. Jesus. We could hear his high heels clacking to us. So we got on our brooms and we flew to Hogwarts. We went to my room. Vampire went away. There I started crying. What's wrong, honey? Asked Draco, taking off his clothes so we could screw. He had a sex pack. Get it? 'Cause he's so sexy. And a really huge you-know-what and everything. It's so unfair, I yielded. Why can't I just be ugly or plain like all the other girls and preps here, except for Belody Mary, because she's not ugly or anything. Why would you want to be ugly? I don't like the preps anyway. They are such fucking sluts, answered Draco. Yeah, but everyone is in love with me, like Snape and Lupin took a video of me naked. Hagrid says he's in love with me. Vampire likes me now. And now even Snaketail is in love with me. I just want to be with you, Draco. Why couldn't Satan have made me less beautiful? I shouted angrily. And don't worry, Ebony isn't a snob or anything, but a lot of people have told her she's pretty. I'm too good at so many things. Why can't I just be normal? It's a fucking curse, I shouted, and then I ran away. Chapter 15. Author's Notes. Stip Fleming okay. Bittewer, you suck from now on. Every time someone flems, I'm gonna slit my wrists. Thanks to Riven for whappin'. Ebony, Ebony, shouted Draco sadly. No, please, come back. But I was too mad. Whatever, now you can go have sex with Vampire, I shouted. I stormed into my room and closed my black door with my blood-red key. It had a picture of Marilyn Manson on it. He looked so sexy in a way that reminded me of Draco or Vampire. I started to cry and weep. I took a razor and started to slit my wrists. I drank the blood all depressed. Then I looked at my black GC watch and noticed it was time to go to biology class. I put on a short ripped black gothic dress that said anarchy on the front in blood red letters and was all ripped under and a spiky belt. Under that I put on ripped black fishnets and boots that said Joel all over them with blood red letters. I put my ebony black hair out. Anyway, I went downstairs feeling sad and depressed as usual. I did some advanced biology work. I was turning a bloody pentagram into a black guitar. Suddenly the guitar turned into Draco. Anobi, he shouted sadly. I love you. I do not care what those fucking preps and posers think. You're the most beautiful girl in the world. Before I met you, I wanted to commit suicide all the time. Now I just want to fucking be with you. I fucking love you. Then he started to sing Da Chronicles of Life and Death. We considered it our song now because we fell madly in love when Joel was singing it, right in front of the entire class. His singing voice was so amazing and gothic and sexy, like a cross between Gerard, Joel Chester Pierre, and Marilyn Manson. Author's note. If you don't think those guys are hot, if you do not who they are, then get the fuck out od her. OMFG, I said after he was finished. Some fucking preps were staring at us, but I just stuck up my middle fingers, that they were covered in black nail polish and entwined with Dracos now. At them. I love you, I said, and then we started to kiss, just like Hilary Duff. I fucking hate that bitch. And CMM in a Cinderella story. Then we went away, holding hands. Lupin shouted at us, but he stopped because everyone was clapping by how sexy we looked together. Then I saw a poster saying that MCR was going to have a concert in Hogsmeade right then. We looked at each other, all shocked, and then we went together. Chapter 16. Author's Notes. You know what? Sut up, okay? Prov to me, you're not prips. Raven, you suck, you fucking bitch. Give me back my Fukijin Swatit, you're stupid to read this. Raven, WTF, you bick, you're supposed to duddies. BTW, fangs to Brittany 5655 for teaching me Japanese. We ran happily to Hogsmeade. There we saw the stage where GC had played. We ran in happily. MCR were playing Helena. I was so fucking happy. Gerard looked even sexier than he did in the pictures. Even Draco thought so. I could totally see him getting an erection, but it didn't matter because I knew that we were the only true ones for each other. I was wearing a black leather mini dress and black leather platinum boots and red ripped fishnets. Draco was wearing a black baggy MCR t-shirt and black baggy pants. Anyway, we started moshing to Helena. We Frenched. Then we ran up to the front of the band to stage dive. Suddenly, Gerard pulled off his mask. So did the others. We gasped. It wasn't them at all. It was Voldemort and the Death Dealers. WTF, Draco, I'm not going to a concert with you, I shouted angrily. Not after what happened to me last time, even if it's MCR, and you know how much I like them. What? 'Cause we, he gadgeted uncomfortably, 'cause I don't like to talk about you-know-what. Yeah, 'cause I yielded in an angry voice. We won't do that this time, Draco promised. This time, we're going to get an escort. OMFG, what WTF? Are you giving in to the mainstream, I asked. So I guess you're a prep, or a Christina now, or what? No, he muttered angrily. Are you becoming a prep or what? I shooted angrily. And Obi, I'm not. Please, come with me. He fell to his knees and started singing "The World is Black" by GC for me. I was flattened, because that's not even a single. He had memorized the lyrics just for me. Okay then, I guess I have to, I said, and then we Frenched for a while and went up to my room. Bloody Mary was standing there. Hajime Mashuki girl. Hajime Mashiete girl, she said happily. She speaks Japanese, so do I. That means how do you do in Japanese. BTW, Willow, that fucking poser got expelled. She failed all her classes, and then she skipped math. Author's note, Raven, you fucking suck. Fuck you. It serves that fucking bitch right. I laughed angrily. Well, anyway, we were feeling all depressed. We watched some gothic movies like Das Nightmare before Xmas. Maybe Willow will die too, I said. Kawaii, Bilodi Mare shook her head, energetic liturgically. Oh yeah, I'll have a confession. After she got expelled, I murdered her, and then Lupit did it with her 'cause he's a necrophilic. Kawaii, I committed, happily. We talked to each other in silence for the rest of the movie. Oh, hey, BTW, I'm going to a concert with Draco tonight in Hogsmeade with MCR, I seed. I need to wear, like, the hottest outfit Eva. Bloody Mary nodded energetically. OMFG, let's totally go shopping. In Hot Topic, right? I asked, already getting out my special Hot Topic loyalty card. No, my head snapped up. What? My head spun. I couldn't believe it. Bloody Mary, are you a prep? No, she laughed. I found some cool Gothic stores near Hogwarts, that's all. Who told you about them? I asked sure it would be Draco or Diabolo or Vampire. Don't even say that name to me. Or me. Dumbledore, she said. Let's just call our Brahms. OMFFG, Dumbledore? I asked quietly. Yeah, I saw the map for Hogsmeade on his desk, she told me. Come on, let's go. We were going in a few punk-off stores, specifically for concerts in Hogsmeade. The salesperson was hotter than Gerard, except not, because that's impossible, and he gave me a few dresses. We only have these for the real goths. The real goths? Me and Bloody Mary asked. Yeah, you wouldn't believe how many posers there are in this town, man. Yesterday, Lupin and Snap tried to buy a Gothic camera pouch. He shook his head. I didn't even know they had a camera. OMFG, no, they're going to spy on me again, I cried, running out of the change room wearing a long black dress with lots of red tulle coming out and a very low cut with a huge slit. Oh my Satan, you have to buy that outfit, the salesperson said. Yeah, it looks totally hot, said Bloody Mary. You know what? I'm going to give it to you free because you look really hot in that outfit. Hey, are you going to be at the concert tonight? He asked. Yeah, I am actually. I looked back at him. Hey, BTW, my name's Ebondi Darkness Dementia Tara. What's yours? Tom Ridd, he said, and ran a hand through his black dyed hair. Maybe I'll see you there tonight. Yeah, don't think so, 'cause I'm going to be there with my BF Draco, you sick perv. I yelled angrily, but before he could beg me to go with him, Hargrid flew in his black broom, looking worried. OMFG, Ebondi, you need ought get back into the castle now. Chapter 17. Author's Notes. I said, stup flim destrio. If you're a prep, then do not read it. You kin till whether you're a prep or not, but my quiz, it's on my homepage. If you're not, then you rock. If you are, then fukoof. Please, Willow, isn't reply a prep. Raven, please do this, promise I'll give you back your poster. Tom Riddle gave us some clothes and stuff for free. He said he would help with us makeup if we wanted, cause he was really into fashion. He's bisexual. Hargeard kept shooting at us to come back to Hogwarts. WTF, Hargrid, I shouted angrily. Fuck off, you fjuking bastard. Well, anyway, Willow came. Hargeard went away angrily. Hey, bitch, you look kawaii, she said. Yeah, but not as kawaii as you, I answered sadly, because Willow was really pretty and everything. She was wearing a short black corset thingy with blood red lace on it and a black blood red miniskirt, leather fishnets, and pointy boots that showed off how pale she was. She had a really nice body with big bobs and everything. She was thin enough to be anorexic. So, are you going to the concert with Draco? She asked. Yeah, I said happily. I'm going with Diabolo, she answered Azared happily. Well, anyway, Draco and Diabolo came. They both looked extremely hot and sexy, and you could tell they thought we were too. Diabolo was wearing a black t-shirt that said 666 on it, and he was wearing tons of makeup just like Marilyn Manson. Draco was wearing black leather pants, a gothic black GC t-shirt, and black Vans that he had from the Warped Tour. B. Lottie Mart was going to the concert with Dracola. Dracola used to be called Navel, but it turns out he was kidnapped at birth and his real family were vampires. They died in a car crash. Navel converted to Satanism and he went goth. He's in Slytherin now. He was wearing a black warped t-shirt, black jeans and shoes, and black hair with red streaks in it. We call him Dracula now. Well, anyway, we all went to Draco's black Mercy-Benz. Get it? 'Cause we're gothic? That his dad Lucian gave him. We did pot, coke, and crake. Draco came out, and Draco and I made out. We made fun of those stupid fucking preps. We soon got there. I gasped. Gaped. Gerard was the sexiest guy ever. He looked even sexier than he did in the pics. He had long, raven black hair and piercing blue eyes. He was really skinny, and he had an amazing ethnic voice. We marched to Helena and some other songs. Suddenly, Gerard pulled off his mask. So did the other members. I gasped. It wasn't Gerard at all. It was an ugly, preppy man with no nose and red eyes. Everyone ran away but me and Draco. Draco and I came. It was Voldemort and the Death Dealers. You moronic idiots, he shouted angstily. N.O.B., I told you to kill vampire. Thou have failed, and now I shall kill thou and Draco. No, no, please, we begged sadly, but he took out his knife. Suddenly, a gothic old man flew in on his broomstick, and he had long black hair and a long black bread. He was wearing a black robe that said Avril Lavigne on the back. He shotted a spell, and Voldemort ran away. It was Dumbledore. Chapter 18. Author's Notes. I said Stoop Fleming. If you do that, then you're a fucking prep. Thanks to Raven for the help and stuff. You rock. You're not prep. Thanks for my suitor. P.S. The other ears in Dumbledore swore is 'cause he's trying to be gothic, so dare. I woke up the next day in my coffin. I walked out of it and put on some black eyeliner, black eyeshadow, blood bed lipstick, and a black really low-cut leather dress that was all ripped and in stripes, and you could see my belly. I was wearing a skull belly ring with black and red diamonds in it. The night before Draco and I rent to the skull, get it? Because I'm gothic and I like death. Dumbledore chased Voldemort away. We flew there on our brooms. Mine was black, and the broom stuff was blood red. There was lace all over it. Draco had a black MCR broom. We went back to our rooms and had you-know-what to a Linkin Park song. Well, anyway, I went down to the Great Hall, and all the walls were painted black, and the tables were black too, but you would see that there was pink pant underneath the black pant, and there were posters of posers everywhere, like Ashley Simpson and the Backstreet Boys. WTF, I shouted, going to sit next to Bloody Mary and Willow. Bloody Mary was wearing a black leather mini with a Good Charlotte t-shirt, black fishnets, and pointy black boots. Willow was wearing a long Gothic dark black dress with blood red writing that was all lacy and came up to your thighs, and black blood blah 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 blah. Vampire Dracula came in. We all started talking about who was sexier, Mikey or Gerard Way or Billy Joel Armstrong. The boys joined in because they were bi. Those guys are so fucking hot, Navel was saying, as suddenly a gothic old man with a black beard and everything came in. He was the same man who had chased away Voldemort yesterday. He had normal tan skin but was wearing white foundation and had dyed his hair black. Dumbledore won? We all gasped. WTF, I shouted angrily. I thought he was just wearing that to scare Voldemort. Hello, everyone, he said happily. As you can all see, I gave the room a makeover. What do you think of it? Everyone from the poser table in Gryffindor started to cheer. Well, we Goths just looked at each other, all deflustered, and shook our heads. We couldn't believe what a poser he was, one. BTW, you can call me Albert, he called to us as we left for our classes. What a fucking poser, Draco shouted angrily as we to transformation. We were holding hands. Vampire looked really jealous. I could see him crying blood in a gothic way. Get it? Way like Gerard? But I didn't say anything. I bet he's having a midlife crisis, Willow shouted. I was so fucking angry. Chapter 9. I'm not okay, I promise. Author's notes. Please stop flaming the story. If you do, you're a fucking prep and you're jealous, okay? 11 from NOQ on I'm going to Dell your men's revise. 111. BTW, Yvonne you a poblad soder. One fangs to Raven forum da help. 11. All day we sat angrily, finkling about Dumbledore. We were so fucking pissed off. Well, I had one thing to look forward to. Da MCR concert. It had been postponed, so we could all go. Anyway, I went to the common room sadly to cut classes. Draco was being all secretive. I asked what it was, and he got mad at me and started crying all hot and angsty. Aren't sensitive bi guys so hot? No one fucking understands me, one, he shouted angrily as his black hair went in his big blue eyes like Billy Joel in Boulevard of Borkin Dreams. He was wearing black baggy pants, a black MCR t-shirt, and a black dye. Get it? Instead of a tie, 'cause I'm gothic. I was wearing a black leather low-cut top with chains all over it and a black leather mini, black high-held boots, and a cross-belly thing. My hair was all up in a messy, really high bun like Amy Lee in Gong Under. Email me if you wanna see the pic. Accuse me? What about me? Boy, but, he grunted. You fucking bastard, I moaned. No, wait, it's not what it fucking looks like, he shouted. But it was too late. I knew what I heard. I ran to the bathroom, angrily crying. Draco banged on the door. I whipped and wept out my bloody eyeliner streaming down my cheeks, and made cool tears down my feces, like Benji in the video Girls and Boys. Raven, that is so our video. I took out a cigarette end and started to smoke pot. Suddenly, Hargrid came in. He had perioded. You gave me a fucking shock, I shouted angrily, dropping my pot. WTF do you think you're doing in the girls' room? Only it wasn't just Hargrid. Someone else was with him, too. For a second, I wanted it to be Tom Ridd, or maybe Draco, but it was Dumbledore. Hey, I need to ask you... Hey, I need to ask you a question, he said, pulling out his black wannabe Gothic purse. What are you wearing to the concert? You know who MCR are? I gasped. No, I just saw there was a concert dat and a lot of goths and punks were going too, he said. Anyway, Draco has a surprise for you. Chapter 20. Author's Notes. I said I do not care what you think. Strop flemmen och preps. One thanks to Riven for the help. One, oh yeah, BTW, I'll be on vacation in Transylvania for the next 3 days, so do not expect updates. All day I wondered what the surprise was. Meanwhile, I pot on a black leather mini, a black corset with purple lace stuff all over it, and black gothic compact boots. MCR were going to do the concert again, since Voldemort had taken over the last one. I slit my wrist while I moshed to MCR in my bedroom all night, feeling excited. Suddenly someone knocked on the door while I was trying on some black clothing and moshing to Fangs for you da Venom. Fangs to you for da Venom. Fangs you for da Venom. I got all mad and turned it off, but sacredly I hoped inside that it was Draco so we could do it again. What the hell are you doing? I shouted angrily. It was Lupin. Are you gonna come rape me or what? I yelled. I was allowed to say that because Dumbledore had told us to be careful around him and Snap since he was a pedo. No, actually, get it, hell? Actually, get it, hell? Can I please borrow some condoms? He growled angrily. Yeah, so you can fuck your 6-year-old girlfriend, huh? I shouted sarcastically. Fuck her, he said, gong away. Well, anyway, I put on some black eyeshadow, black eyeliner, and some black lipstick and white foundation. Then I went. Then I gasped. Snake and Lupin were in the middle of the Great Hall doing it, and Dobby was watching. One. Oh my god, you ludicrous idiot, they both shooted angrily when they saw me. Dobby ran away crying. They got up, though. Normally I would have been turned on. I love sing guys do it. But both of them were fucking preps. BTW, Snake is moved to Gryffindor now. WTF, is that why you wanted condoms? I asked sarcastically. See, I spelled that. Oh, only you wouldn't give them to me, Lumpkin shouted angrily. Lumpkin. Well, you should have told me, I replayed. You dimwit. Snake began to shoot angrily, and then I took out my camera and took a picture of them. You could see that they were naked and everything. Well, excuse me, they both shouted angrily. What was that all about? It was to blackmail you, I snarked. So now next time you see me doing it with my boyfriend, you can't fucking rat me out or I'll show this to Dumbledore. So fuck off, you bastards. I started to run. They chased me, but I threw my wound at them and they tripped over it. Well, anyway, I went outside and there was Vampire looking extremely fucking hot. WTF? Where'd Draco? I asked him. Oh, he's being a fucking bastard. He told me he wouldn't come, Vampire said, shaking his head. You want to come with me to the concert? Then he showed me his flying car. I gasped. It was a black car. He said it was his dog father, Sirius Blake, had given it to him. The license plate on the front said MCR 666 on it. The one on the back said Enobi on it. I gasped. We flew to the concert hall. MCR were playing there. Vampire and I began to make out, moshing to the music. I gasped, looking at the band. I almost had an orgasm. Jared was so fucking hot. He began to sing Helena in his sexy, beautiful voice filled the hall. And then I heard some crying. I turned and saw Draco, crying in the corner. That's Harry Potter fan fiction, My Immortal, chapters 13 through 20. That felt like a lifetime. This was part 3. The others can be found, of course, on my channel. If you enjoy these recordings, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I've been reading so much bullshit that this is starting to hurt here. And we're getting there. We still have more to go, and there's going to be probably about 2 more recordings of this. Thank you for your time, and we will continue this in the next video.